Some houses tell stories of wealth, others speak of power. But Grace Kelly's residences tell a tale of transformation. How a Philadelphia socialite turned Hollywood star, turned princess-crafted spaces that defined three distinct chapters of an extraordinary life. Each property in her collection reveals a different facet of her character: the American aristocrat, the movie star, the European royal. Yet beneath the grandeur and glamour lies something more intriguing: the story of a woman who never forgot her roots, even as she ascended to one of Europe's oldest thrones. Through her carefully chosen properties, we discover how Grace Kelly mastered the art of making any space, from the most humble to the most opulent, feel like home. The story of Grace Kelly's properties begins at 3901 Henry Avenue in Philadelphia's East Falls neighborhood. The stately colonial-style brick house, constructed in 1928 by her father John B. Kelly Sr., commands a small lot adorned with garden areas. At 4,000 square feet, the residence features 6 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms distributed across its upper floors, 4 bedrooms on the second level and 2 on the third. And the interior architecture speaks to the home's social significance in Philadelphia society. The formal living room showcases wood-paneled walls and a fireplace that hosted numerous notable personalities during festive gatherings. Adjacent to this entertaining space, an enclosed porch served as an upstairs family room, offering a more intimate setting for daily life. The formal dining room exemplifies the home's architectural detail, with elegant moldings, distinctive clam-shelled nooks, and wainscoting that elevates the room's character. The basement level reveals the Kelly family's dedication to hospitality, featuring a fireplace and formal den, complemented by a designated barroom where they entertained guests. Among the house's most intimate features is a door marked with the Kelly children's heights, including Grace's measurement from when she was just 2 years old. This Philadelphia address took on royal significance during the Christmas holidays of 1955, when Prince Rainier III chose these surroundings to propose to Grace. The couple later announced their engagement within these same walls in January 1956, forever connecting this American home to Monaco's royal narrative. In October 2016, Prince Albert II of Monaco, Grace Kelly's son, acquired the property for $755,000, embarking on an extensive restoration project to return the house to its 1950s glory. The renovation process proved remarkably thorough. Prince Albert and his team consulted family photographs as reference points to recreate the home's original atmosphere. The project preserved original elements like vintage wallpaper and built-in display cases, while Prince Albert successfully recovered pieces of Grace's childhood furniture, including her original twin bed. Today, the restored Kelly family home serves several purposes. While it remains a private residence for Prince Albert and his family during their Philadelphia visits, it also houses offices for the Prince Albert II of Monaco Foundation. Additionally, the space functions as an event venue for the Princess Grace Foundation USA. From its formal living spaces to its more personal corners, each room in the Henry Avenue house captures a moment in time when Philadelphia high society intersected with European royalty. As Grace transitioned from this American family home to the Grand Prince's Palace of Monaco, she would bring the same blend of sophistication and warmth to her role as Princess Grace. The Prince's Palace of Monaco, Grace Kelly's primary residence after her 1956 marriage to Prince Rainier III, represents a dramatic evolution from her Philadelphia beginnings. Originally constructed in 1191 as a Genoese fortress, this historic structure has maintained its position as the official residence of Monaco's sovereign prince since 1297, surviving centuries of bombardments and sieges by foreign powers. Grace's connection to the palace began with her, the 18th of April, 1956, civil ceremony in the palace throne room, followed by the religious ceremony at Monaco's St. Nicholas Cathedral the next day. Perched atop the Rock of Monaco, with views of the Mediterranean, the palace would become the canvas for Grace's distinctive touch on royal life. As Princess Grace, she masterfully balanced Monegasque tradition with American modernity throughout the palace interior. Her influence manifested in the frescoed arcades and grand state rooms, where she introduced elements of her signature style, including cool blue tones in selected areas. Her modern sensibilities extended to practical improvements, such as the addition of the chic palace pool, demonstrating her ability to enhance the historic residence while preserving its dignity. The palace became the epicenter of Grace's philanthropic and cultural initiatives. She established annual Christmas celebrations for Monaco's orphan children within its walls, while also using the venue to maintain ties to her American heritage through events like the American Week in Monaco. These gatherings brought unexpected touches of Americana to the European palace, complete with baseball games and ice cream socials. Grace's presence transformed not only the palace, but Monaco's global image. Her marriage to Prince Rainier III elevated the principality's status, recasting Monaco as an international symbol of sophistication. The palace, once primarily known for its military history, gained new recognition as the backdrop for one of the 20th century's most compelling royal narratives. Despite her dedication to her role as princess and the grandeur of her Monaco residence, Grace maintained connections to more modest properties that held personal significance. But Grace's influence on the prince's palace extended beyond her lifetime. Her tragic passing in 1982 only strengthened her lasting impact on the property, which continues to embody the unique combination of American charm and European nobility that defined her tenure as princess. Within these centuries-old walls, Grace Kelly's touch endures, bridging the gap between fortress and family home. Each summer, visitors exploring the palace's staterooms glimpse the harmonious blend of historical grandeur and personal warmth that characterizes her era. Currently offered at $12.92 million, Les Moulins du Villars stands as one of Grace Kelly's most intriguing property connections. The Côte d'Azur villa, situated in Gillette approximately an hour from Nice, captured the princess's attention during her first visit in June 1980 with Princess Caroline. The property made such an impression that Grace returned multiple times over the following 2 years, until her death in 1982, leaving behind several statues she had gifted to the estate, pieces that remain on the grounds today. The 6,500-acre property's evolution mirrors the changing tastes of European high society. Originally serving as oil and flour mills, the estate underwent its first significant transformation in the 1970s when Count Jean-Fernand Joseph Gouin de Rumilly acquired it, establishing the property as a destination for social elites. A Dutch entrepreneur's ownership in the 1990s brought additional changes, while the current owners, who purchased the estate in 2006, completed a substantial reconstruction of the main villa in 2010. The property's modern incarnation balances historical character with contemporary luxury across its expansive grounds. The main house features 7 bedrooms, complemented by an independent guest house for additional accommodation. An infinity pool with nighttime illumination creates a striking focal point for outdoor entertainment, while tennis courts and a fully equipped gym cater to athletic pursuits. The extensive wine cellar speaks to the estate's dedication to fine living, and a helicopter landing pad ensures convenient access for distinguished guests. One of the property's most distinctive features pays homage to its industrial origins, the original mill wheel, now dramatically showcased within a glass installation at the heart of the main reception room. This architectural choice exemplifies the thoughtful preservation of historical elements throughout the estate, including meticulously rebuilt stone walls that define the carefully landscaped grounds. The villa's appeal to Grace Kelly speaks to her appreciation for properties that blend historical significance with refined living. Her repeated visits to Les Moulins du Villars during her final years suggest she found particular solace in this corner of the French Riviera. The estate's combination of privacy and grandeur, along with its proximity to Monaco, made it an ideal retreat for the princess. Today, Les Moulins du Villars represents a unique intersection of architectural history and modern luxury. From its origins as a working mill to its current status as one of the Côte d'Azur's most notable properties, the estate has maintained its ability to captivate distinguished residents and guests. While Grace Kelly's time here was brief, her appreciation for the property added another layer to its rich history. The estate's Irish counterpart, Drimulra Cottage, would offer Grace a very different kind of connection to her heritage. Grace Kelly's most understated property holding reveals a deeply personal connection to her heritage. Drimulra Cottage in County Mayo, Ireland, stands in stark contrast to her other residences. This modest three-room dwelling, overlooking the Leg of Mutton Lake off the R3 Elven Road between Newport and Castlebar, holds profound significance as the birthplace of Grace's grandfather, John Peter Kelly, in 1857. Grace's relationship with the property began during a June 1961 state visit to Ireland with Prince Rainier III. The cottage's owner at the time, known locally as the Widow Mulcrone, prepared extensively for the royal visit, arranging for fresh thatching of the roof and trimming of hedges. The widow's hospitality, which included freshly baked griddle cakes, clearly touched Grace. She maintained contact by sending Christmas cards annually thereafter. The princess's connection to Drimulra deepened over subsequent visits in 1976 and 1979. Her decision to purchase the cottage and its surrounding 35 acres for £7,500 Irish in 1976 reflected more than mere sentiment. It represented an investment in her family's history. Grace developed ambitious plans for the property, envisioning a 2,000-square-foot holiday home that would complement, not replace, the original cottage. She and Prince Rainier reviewed architectural plans during their 1979 visit, and Grace shared her enthusiasm with local media, promising to return once the project reached completion. These plans, however, remained unrealized following Grace's tragic death in 1982. The local community's emotional connection to their royal neighbor manifested in a touching tribute. They sent wildflowers, gathered from the fields around the ancestral home, to her funeral in Monaco. The property passed to her children, but time has not been kind to Drimulra Cottage. Recent descriptions characterize it as little more than a heap of stones, a shadow of both its original form and Grace's aspirations for its future. The cottage's significance persists despite its deterioration. In 1995, Grace's children expressed interest in potential restoration plans for their ancestral homestead. Prince Albert II's 2011 visit with Princess Charlene, during which they connected with distant relatives in Newport, demonstrated the family's ongoing attachment to this piece of their heritage. Drimulra Cottage stands apart from Grace Kelly's other properties, not through grandeur or architectural significance, but through its role as a tangible link to her family's origins. While her Philadelphia childhood home showcases American affluence and the Prince's Palace represents European royalty, this humble Irish cottage embodies the foundation of the Kelly family story. Its current state may not reflect Grace's dreams for its restoration, but its walls still hold centuries of history that shaped the woman who would become Princess Grace of Monaco. And now, we'd like to see you in the comments. Which of these old money mansions of Grace Kelly's is your favorite, and why? We can't wait to hear your personal opinions, and thanks again for joining us for another episode. Cheers, until next time.